I'm super excited. I'm fired up, and I'm ready to give you guys an absolute fire training. It is Wednesday, November 18th. We're going to end this month strong. So make sure you guys get your notes out, get your notepad out, get your blue pens, because I'm about to give you guys some sauce on how to master the presentation, right? How to really master speaking, how to really understand how the chairman really think about this business, okay? So let's go ahead and share my screen, and I'm about to give you guys the sauce. Get ready. Let's go. All right, cool. Everybody can see this? We good? Good to go? Lit. All right, family, so check this out, right? An exposure. What is an exposure, right? There's a lot of different exposures that we can do inside of this business, right? And you guys are gonna learn how you can start utilizing them all to really maximize and use the most out of all these different ways to expose the business, right? So different ways we could do this. We have one-on-ones, we have three-ways, we have Zoom calls, right? We have all of these different ways that you guys can really start getting people exposed to what it is that we're doing, right? And now the beautiful part about this is you guys are going to learn the techniques to where you guys don't actually have to do a lot of the hard work, right? Your mentors are going to be able to do a lot of that hard work. So as we go through this, you know, make sure you guys take notes, make sure you guys really leverage what I'm about to teach you, okay? So the two different types of exposures, okay? It breaks down into two different sides. We have online and we have offline, right? Online, obviously, you know the different ways that we can share this business. We have the videos, right? Whether it's from the website using Matt Rosa's, you know, How Can I Trade, or Only Branded CEOs. You know, we've got webinars, we've got Zoom calls. You know, we've also got live streams, right? Believe it or not, some people during events, they actually go live on their Instagram, and now they're exposing the information. So believe it or not, you know, whether it's a live on Instagram or whether it's a Facebook live, yes, you're still exposing the information, okay? So that's important. Now, offline. Main ways we can expose the information offline. You got one-on-ones, having people come to your house or having you go over there, right? Home meetings, or meeting up at a Starbucks, meeting up at a Panera Bread. Andrew, that's good, son. Bet. All right, so look, Starbucks, Panera Bread, even a park. We've done, you know, out in New York, we've done literally events in the middle of the park, or hotel events, right? So obviously, as you guys start getting more advanced, the whole point of this obviously is to start using no money. So online, that costs no money, right? To do a Zoom, to do a webinar, to do a live, one-on-ones and home meetings, they don't cost any money either, or a park. Now, as you guys start leveling up, as you guys start really packing out houses, yes, you're gonna get to the point where you actually have to throw hotel events. And we've actually gotten to that point where we were having literally multiple people throwing down and pitching together so we could be able to split, you know, a couple $100s to rent out a hotel. And we were packing it out between 70 to 100 people every 2 or 3 days. So I'm telling you guys, it can be done. Utilizing what I'm about to teach you, okay? How to really pack out these events and eventually get to the hotel, okay? So let's go ahead and start with online, right? What are the pros and cons to really building this thing online? So let's go ahead and start out. So the pros is it's instant exposure, right? It's so easy to literally expose somebody, you know, within a DM and getting them over to an op call, getting them onto, you know, a live. You know, you can literally just do a live and somebody can hop on your live right now and you can expose the information speaking, okay? Unlimited reach. Obviously, you guys know that there's no cap to social media, right? When you're talking in person, you can only talk to a handful of people at a time. Online, we could have 1,000, 2,000, just like Neno's call every single morning, right? You're exposing a limited amount of people. Okay, and there's no driving time. It doesn't matter whether at home. I've seen people listen to a call at the gym while they're laying down in bed, while they're with their kids, right? That's the best part about this is they can do this anywhere, anytime. And honestly, there's no skills needed, right? It doesn't really take you any skills to actually be able to send a video, okay? Or actually be able to leverage somebody else. It's actually very easy. And it's low cost. It doesn't cost any money to do either of these, okay? The cons. Here's the deal with online, okay? We can send somebody a video, but if you send them the video and they're all by themselves at the house, you don't know what they're doing during that call. They could be playing with the kids. They could be playing video games. They could be smoking and joking the whole time that they're over there, right? So these are things that you guys have to start thinking about. Yeah, let me mute that person real quick, okay? Watered down, right? On, you know, a video is never going to be the same as me getting in front of you, me giving you my energy. And that's why it says right here, there's less emotional connection, right? That is one of the lowest forms of frequency and actually connecting, because honestly, anybody can send a video. But how about if I go drive to your house and I launch you in person? That's two different emotional connections, okay? And the prospect is in control. You know what I mean? Like I said, they could be doing anything on the other side of that line as you're showing this information, and the leaders get lazy. You know what I mean? Like, it gets so easy to copy and paste that at the end of the day, you're not really creating real relationships. And at the end of the day, that's what you want to really have a sustainable business, is real relationships. And, you know, it scares older demographics. Older people, you know, sometimes it's hard for them to get on Zoom. It'd be hard for them to get on this call right now. You know, to be able to have to download Zoom, to have to put their name in, to have to click on the link, to have to click the audio to shut their audio off, to even find the chat box, right, to answer or to explain a question, right? All of these different things you guys are going to see is what separates online and offline. But I'm telling you, to be able to utilize them together, this is where the power comes in. So that's offline. Let's jump to offline, right? Offline, what's the difference? You know, I can meet you at a gas station offline, and I can build rapport with you right away, right there. Yo, fly shoes, bro. Appreciate you. You have Instagram? Boom. I'm building rapport. I'm building trust. You guys realize what is the easiest way to break down somebody's barrier, right? Their barrier of trust. I'm going to tell you right now, it's starting the conversation with a compliment, right? 97% of people, they're not going to respond to you negatively, giving them a positive compliment, okay? Next. That's good. Next, it's a personal feel. You know what I mean? Like, this business, I'm gonna tell you right now, ever since 4 years ago when I found this, I was like, yo, this is everything that I've been looking for. You get paid to be you, you get paid for your work ethic, and now whatever you put in, you get out. So honestly, you don't have to fake anybody in this business. You know, if you like guitars, if you like music, guess what? If you like to skate, you can be you in this business and relate with other people, okay? And, you know, as far as the cons go, offline, right? Driving time, meeting time. You know, sometimes people, for me, some days during the week, I got to drive 40, 50 minutes just to get to an event, right? Some people, they're not willing to take that drive. So you guys really got to start thinking about, how can I have events moving in multiple different spots? You know, and that's another thing I had to think about. It's not just having, you know, an event at one spot in the city. I realistically want to have an event maybe 30 minutes over here, 30 minutes over here, because at the end of the day, what am I doing? Now I'm getting a mass perimeter of the city. Okay, so offline, you know, there's going to be some people that can't make it. They can't drive there. You know, sometimes it's hard to duplicate because not everybody has a house to go to. You know what I mean? Obviously, the house is the easiest way, but some people, they live with their parents. They're scared with COVID right now. So honestly, offline sometimes can be hard during a time like right now. And honestly, money, right? Not everybody can pay for the gas. Not everybody can pay for the hotel. Not everybody can pay to actually get, you know, pay $10 to a hotel event. So you guys are going to see they each have pros, they each have cons, but you need to be able to utilize them together, okay? So as far as exposing, right, what are some main tips, you know, for exposing people the right way? I'm gonna tell you right now, number one is yes mode. If you guys pay attention to any good salesman, whether you're getting a car, whether you're at the mall, you're getting new shoes, you're getting a fresh fit, or you're even copping jewelry, it doesn't matter what it is. I guarantee you, your salesman has got you into yes mode. You know what's crazy? You probably never even realized this. You've never even noticed, right? But if you pay attention, what they do is they start asking you questions along the transaction period. From the moment that you walk in to the time that you leave, they're going to be asking you specific questions that make you answer yes along the way, right? You guys never paid attention, but when you start listening, you're going to see a lot of individuals that sell well. They know how to do this, right? So as I'm speaking, as I'm doing a presentation, you don't realize it, but I'm specifically saying questions that's getting them in yes mode. You know what I mean? Like, how many of you guys have been going through the past couple months looking for another stream of income, looking for another way to actually start multiplying your money, right? Yes, absolutely. That's me. I'm getting them to say yes as I'm going through the conversation. Okay, so all these different things, if you learn to utilize them together, this is what truly creates a powerful speaker and a great closer. Okay, so number two is stories, right? You guys hear me talk about it every day. Facts tell, stories sell. It's just as simple as that. Every good brand, they have a story, right? I can think of any brand right now and I can name the slogan. You can think about their story, what they stand for. Nike, just do it, right? All of these different brands, they have a story that emotionally creates that connection. So guess what? Your story does the exact same thing. People don't necessarily care about all the products, all the tools. That's cool. But guess who they're paying that $235 for? They're paying that for you. They're paying that to literally be a part of your business and to learn from you, okay? So 3 is threading. You know, honestly, this is not magic, you know, how to hit P150, P6, P1, P2, P5, chairman and above. It's mathematics, it's numbers. You got to be able to learn to thread through the numbers. As you start exposing, you might expose 10 people, you know, you're going to have a ratio. You might, you know, end up talking to 2 out of 10, you get ghosted, right? Maybe 3 or 4, you start creating a relationship. Maybe 2 out of that 10 are actually serious to grow and are ready to level up. Okay, that's your threading number. You're gonna have to thread through the numbers to find the ones that are serious. Okay, number 4 is keeping it simple. I call it KISS, K-I-S-S. Keep it super simple. Don't make this business too complicated. Don't overthink it. As I go out to the gym today, I'm gonna go get 3 to 5 new Instagrams. If I go play basketball today for 30 minutes, I'm gonna get 3 to 5 new Instagrams. This is keeping it simple. I don't have to think hard about it, but guess what? I just got my face in front of 10 new people inside of, I'm going to have them take a look at inside of what we're doing. Okay. So that's what you guys got to be thinking about. Don't overcomplicate it. Okay. As far as throwing an event, all you have to do is find a spot that's local that everybody can go link up with. Give me a call. I'm going to help you make a flyer. I'm going to show you guys how to do a power hour and blast that flyer out. And guess what? Even if nobody shows up at your first event, that's okay. We all went through it, but the more you do it, the better you guys are going to get. Okay. 5 and 6. 1 minute per main ideas. You know, when you're exposing somebody, you guys got to think about it. If I'm at the gas station, I don't need to spend a lot of minutes on you. I just need to give you a compliment, get your Instagram, and now later we can continue on with the conversation. Alex, what's good, bro? Bet. All right, transition statements. You guys are going to see that as you start going through the slides, you're going to start learning how to actually transition, but that's a little bit more advanced. I'm not going to get into that right now. All right, tips for understanding communication. This is big. Make sure you take a screenshot. Make sure you write this down because I'm telling you, this changed my life because I never knew this. But anybody that speaks well, you're going to notice they have these characteristics, okay? Think about the last time you bought a car, last time you bought a pair of clothes. This is things that they're doing, okay? Number 1, 7% of communication, believe it or not, it's actually only the words that you use. The vocabulary that you use to speak is only 7% of the conversation when you're actually presenting to somebody, believe it or not. When somebody's standing at the front of the room and they're presenting, it's only 7% of the words that you say. Now you're gonna notice these next 2 parts is really where it gets interesting, okay? 38% of communication is based on voice quality, right? What is your voice inflection? Do you speak in a high tone? Do you speak in a low tone, right? What is your voice quality that you speak with, okay? And now 55% of communication is based on nonverbal, right? How do you use your hands? How do you move? Do you stick your chest out? Do you slump? You know what I mean? Like, you guys don't realize it, but your visual, what people see, that is more representation than a lot of times than what you actually say. Because believe it or not, if I see you slouching, if I can see you're stiff, guess what? You don't have to say it, but I can tell you don't really believe in what it is that you do, okay? You guys don't realize, but when you speak with voice inflection, when you have confidence, when you have conviction, when you're utilizing yourself, this is when people start to really realize that you understand what you're talking about. Because people are not going to remember what you say. They're going to remember how you made them feel. Okay, so honestly, the last 2 parts, this is what I really want you guys to focus on. If you're doing a phone call, you can't see me. All you can feel is my voice. So if you speak like you just woke up and you're expecting people to join the business, it's never going to happen. You understand? You got to bring the energy. Money chases energy. So you got to bring that every phone call, every meeting, every day on social media, every time you speak on your stories, because that is what people feel. This is how people can relate. All right, I'm almost done. So these are, you know, honestly, a couple attributes that you guys need to. I'm not going to say you should. You need to understand, because every chairman understands this to a T. I guarantee you. Okay. How to be an impactful speaker. Number 1 is posture. That's what I just told you guys. If you guys are up and you're speaking and you're slacking and you're slouching, right? You don't have your chest out. You guys are very stiff. People can feel that. People can feel that type of energy in the room. You know what I mean? The difference between a lion and a sheep, a lion doesn't have to speak when they walk in the room. People can see it. Okay, so your posture is very important. Number 2 is your energy. Just like we always say it. Money chases energy. So be the one to be the light in the room. Be the one to bring the energy and watch people become magnetic towards you. Number 3 is your voice, okay? Between your voice and your voice clarity, don't be afraid to use your voice. There's no need to be nervous anymore. I'm gonna tell you right now, the second biggest fear in life is public speaking. People would rather be in the casket than actually speak in the eulogy. So I'm telling you right now, the things that you're afraid of in this business is probably what's holding you back the most. So voice and clarity, guess how you're gonna be able to get more clarity when you speak, how you stop stuttering when you speak. You gotta do it. You practice it. People say, all the time, D, well, how do I get better at math? You've got to practice math. How do I get better at speaking? You've got to practice speaking. You've got to watch those who speak well, okay? And listen, take notes. 3 and 4, group dynamics, language, and last but not least is fear of loss. Okay, if you notice anyone who presents, they always give a fear of loss. They're always going to give out the objections before the audience even has a chance to say it. We're going to talk about time. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about how it's one of those things. And somehow, some way, we're going to make sure that there is a fear of loss. Okay, somehow, some way. If you listen to the 3 ways in OpCall, we are always going to leverage a fear of loss because people want something that they can't have in a couple of days or, soon. That's why any advertisement deals, you guys will see them on Facebook and Instagram. They'll say, limited time, 10 hours left, hurry up and buy now. It's creating a fear of loss. That's exactly what that is, okay? Energy and posture. What is the difference between energy and posture, right? Energy is literally what you're creating around you. It's contagious. So whether you know it or not, the words that you speak, the way you stand, the way you move, the way you shake somebody's hand, that's all energy. So you guys have got to start learning how to master that. And number 2 is your posture, right? People remember you by your outer shell, right? What you look like, how you stand, how you carry yourself. So if you guys want to really start thinking like a chairman, you've got to start acting. You've got to start dressing like a chairman, okay? Act as if you're already there, okay? That doesn't mean fake it till you make it. I'm not telling you go get, designered out. I'm just telling you look clean, look presentable. You know what I mean? Go, keep men, keep your hair cut. Ladies, you guys already know. This is as easy as it gets. There's no need to overcomplicate it, okay? It's very simple stuff. But they say common sense is not so common, okay? What's the difference between voice articulation and clarity, okay? Voice articulation, you guys are gonna know, we speak clearly, we pronounce each word, there's pauses in between so people can understand what it is that you're saying, and clarity, right? Being able to understand simple concepts, being able to have them understand this in a very simple way, right? Honestly, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this, but if you've ever met somebody that's new, you've never met them, you're gonna notice sometimes the more that they speak, the more that they just unraveled about themselves, right? At first, you thought they were real clean, they're sharp, and the more they talk, you're like, holy God, this guy's a dud. It's like, yo, what is she talking about? So sometimes less is more. You don't need all the extra words. You don't need all the fluff. Keep it simple, clarity, concept, short and sweet, okay? It's not what you say, it's what may be understood. Group dynamics, right? If you guys are inside a presentation, if you guys are in an event environment, I want you to notice all of these little things play a massive role in closing out the entire room, right? And making everybody excited to become a part of what it is that we're doing, right? Number 1 is the temperature, right? How many of you guys have ever been inside of an environment? You're just like, damn, bro, it's hot. I don't even want to sit in here. Like, I got to get out of here. The temperature is too hot. So you guys don't realize it, but every great event, they keep the temperature low, right? Like 72 and below. So people are not fidgeting. They're not getting hot. They're not getting sweaty. They're comfortable. Number 2 is eye contact and smiles, right? When you guys go to an event, you realize there's 3 parts of an event. You have the pre-event, you have the event, and you have the post-event. Guess what? The first and the last are honestly just as important as the middle of the event, okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, people are going to start judging you before you guys even speak, before you guys start talking, based on the eye contact, based on the handshakes that you give, based on the energy that's in the room, okay? Removing any negative triggers, all right? This is something that I had to learn as well. When you guys start doing events, you're going to notice, some people might be standing in a corner and they might be sitting there with their arms crossed. They might be sitting there with their legs crossed. You don't know this, but psychologically, they're giving an impression that they're closed off, okay? So the biggest thing that I can tell you guys, how do you open somebody up? How do you make them more comfortable in a new environment? Well, guess what? I always have drinks. I always have water bottles or some type of water at every event that we do. So I can go ahead and give them a drink. And now when you go grab this, now you can't be closed off. You have to open up to me now. So that's one of the easiest things you guys can do. And give attention to those that deserve your attention, right? So you guys are going to see during events, There's going to be every one of you guys, if you're already in the business, you should be taking notes. You guys should be leading by example during events, because guess what? Whatever you do, a lot of the times the crowd is going to do the same. So if y'all are checking your phone during the event, you keep checking your watch, everybody else can do the same thing. So if you guys start taking notes, everybody else is going to follow. And guess what your mentors are doing the whole time during the event? We're spotting the crowd and seeing who's serious, right? So now we know who to really put our attention to and who's ready to get closed by the end of the event, okay? Proper edification, right? This is huge. You know, before the event, the words that you guys speak, the energy that you guys give to your prospects before this starts is everything. You've got to edify the people in the room. You've got to edify the knowledge, the value that's about to be dropped. So people are excited. People are literally blessed and privileged to be in the same room as what they're about to hear, right? I literally make people feel like God is in the building whenever I'm doing an event. I let them know, like, this is going to be information you've never heard before, and I'm ecstatic to actually have you be a part of this, okay? Edify the room. Next, last but not least, fear of loss for today. I'm going to keep this as the part 1 training. So as far as this is the last slide for today, but fear of loss, how we're going to end it off, okay? Always create a vision for the future. You're going to notice a lot of us at the end of our 3 ways, at the end of events, we're letting people know the vision for the future, what it is that's to come, because people always want to be a part of something that's bigger than them. So I'm letting people know straight up, you know, in the next 12 months, you know, we're going to impact over 1,000 lives inside of the I Am Mastery Academy. So I'm painting a vision. I'm letting them know, with or without them, guess what? This thing is going to keep going. This thing is going to keep growing exponentially, okay? Always speak with power and conviction, right? We already talked about that. People can feel your energy. They can feel your voice. And this is huge right here. Testimonials. These will change the game. At the end of the day, you're going through the products. You're going through all the tools, the harmonic scanner. That's great. But I'm going to tell you what really kills people. And I see it every time I travel. The testimonials. To see somebody as a P150, see someone come up as a P6 that knew nothing about any of this. This is what truly gets people excited, right? People don't care about someone that's already making a lot of money. That's cool, but being real, that intimidates a lot of people. Any chairman's money, that's great, but it's not going to pay their bills, right? Make sense? They want to learn from somebody who has been in a similar spot as them. So testimonials is everything. So how can you guys inject testimonials inside of your business daily? Okay, this is huge. And talk about why they're going to miss out. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, and this is honestly why this is such an exciting time right now. Being real with you guys know I'm the crypto king, right? I'm leveraging crypto like crazy right now. Like, yo, I don't know if y'all realize this. In the past hour, crypto just hit 1884, right? Earlier, crypto almost hit 19,000. Yo, this is crazy. So we've never been in a crazier time than right now. Bitcoin hasn't been this high for 3 years ago. And guess what? This was the high of ever. So now is the time you guys have got to start utilizing technology. You got to start leveraging how crazy this is, right? This is catching a trend. This is honestly insane to see that after 3 years, Bitcoin's about to smash through 20,000. So everybody who thought this wasn't real, everybody who thought this was a scam, guess what? There's no saying that anymore. The market cap of crypto is over $1 trillion now. It's bigger than the stock market. So you guys have really got to, and this is bold statements. If you don't catch the trend, you're going to be left in the dust. This is real. This is things that I talk about. This is things that I say because it's true. This is really like catching .com, Google, Amazon before it even happened. And now us as millennials, a lot of you know, that are X, Y, and Z on the call generation, whichever one it is, we have the opportunity to catch this. So while people are freaking out about what's going on right now, I've never been so excited in my entire 4 years. So with that being said, family, I hope you guys got massive value. You can see I'm fired up. You know what I mean? I'm literally ready to finish this year going so hard. The rest of November, the rest of December, really setting up for 2021. So, you know, feel free, open up your mic. If you guys have any questions on the training, anything going on in your business, feel free to open up and I got you. Jeez, hope y'all took notes on that. That was on fire. That was on fire. Hope y'all got notes on this. The recording will be on YouTube. I will have this up there within the next couple of days. Yo, if everybody's good, drop a 777 in the chat if y'all are ready to dominate the rest of this week. If you guys are ready to finish strong, let me see. Let me see the energy. Drop a 777 in the chat if you guys are ready to go out and make massive momentum, massive waves in this business this week. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go. All right, family. Much love to you guys. Anything you need, your mentors and I are here for you. We're here to get you guys to the next level. So with that being said, today is the oldest you've ever been and the youngest you'll ever be. So go make yourself proud, and I will see you guys at the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Let's go. Cheers.